What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rick got options. And like I always say, whether markets up or down, we see green. We have another green day today. That support held at 733. We did get a little pullback, but the non-EMA caught us and pushed us right back up. Right now at the hours we're at 742.96, about to hit the 743 level. 745 could be captured tomorrow, and that can send us all the way back up to 750. I do see us going up to 750, then meeting a strong resistance at this level. So if that happens, then we could break down and start coming back down here, and then boom, drop a nice little 17, 20 points, find some more support around this area. If that does not happen, we break out, keep running up to the highs. Pay attention to SPY. Okay, this is how you find out your bullish and bearish areas. Since we have retested this level right here and then started to break out, if we come back down and break through here, now we can start getting bearish and we have the next level of the downside. All right, but we have a false breakdown like this, we start moving up. The non-EMA isn't showing a negative slope. It's not curving down, so don't even think about shorting this area, okay? You need some bad news, or you just need the technicals to happen, and then SPY will keep dropping. Oil is still up, so pay attention to that. Looking at NVDA, it was a little crazy today because did we find support? Yes. Did we break out and come back down? Yes. Now, the most important thing about NVIDIA is that the 218 level was the buy area. It was the area of confluence today. We held right here all day. After we sold off from open, we popped up to 227, came down all the way right here to 18, popped back up to about 222, then came back down and held support. Reason why we sold off was because of earnings yesterday. With the earnings beat, but the guidance wasn't as good as Wall Street wanted it. Remember, you wanted a blowout earnings, not just a good earnings. You wanted them to knock it out the park. They did not do that. But after you did buy the dip right here, investors thought about it like, they are doing an $8 billion buyback, and their dividends went from 1 cent to 25 cents. So let's start buying shares. And you see that a lot of share buying happen in this area right from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And then we start selling back off. But as long as we held this area right here, NVIDIA still has a chance to be bullish and run back up to the 230 area. Do not count NVIDIA out until you get multiple closes under the non-EMA. Now, this looks different from SPY because the non-EMA is curving down. It is negative. So if NVIDIA does break down below this level, we could hit 213.94. We don't hold support here. Then we're coming down to the 50 EMA, which was resistance right here at 202. We can turn this into support at the 50 EMA and hold right here. If we do not hold this level, then we can start breaking down, and then you can see it's getting to the 190s and 180 areas. But as long as NVIDIA is up above 218, the bias should step in and keep pushing it up. If not, then we should start getting a rejection and then some downside movement. The 9 EMA 21 EMA cross is going to be a doozy. We can come all the way down here to about 160 before going up. So pay attention to that. Remember what they say, selling may go away. So profit taking might start happening around next week. Looking at Microsoft. Microsoft is holding. You have the left shoulder, head, right shoulder under here for the short term. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but we did not break out to the upside. All right, you need to pay attention to that because that is what's important when it comes to trading Microsoft. We do have the bullish setup for the short term, but if you zoom out, the long term is showing you the bearish setup, the left shoulder, head, right shoulder for the head and shoulders. All right, looking at the 200 EMA, it's about to cross the 400 EMA on the daily. That does not look good for Microsoft at all. So Microsoft is trying to hold here at the 70% retracement level on my multi-year. 415 is the pivot area. If we break down from here, then it can start getting bad. All right, you want to get the long-term puts and not the short-term, because in the short term, the 9 EMA and 21 EMA did not cross, but in the long term, the 200 and 400 EMA are going to. So if you break down from this level 414, 415, then you're going to hit 399, 400. You do have a small little gap under here at 394. You break below 394, 395, then you can start getting to the 618 range in a multi-year. All right, we did have a nice bottom right here at the end of March and start going up, but you need to pay attention to these levels. Okay, the pullback can happen under 415. We stay above 415, you can keep going up and retest this 437, 440 area. My high is 452 before we start coming back down. So expect Microsoft to make a break to the upside if this area holds. If 415 does not hold, then you can get a little bearish and see what the 9 EMA and 21 EMA does. All right, looking at Oracle, same situation, a little similar to Microsoft. It is sitting at the 78% retracement level. but the 9 EMA is above the 200 EMA. The 21 EMA is with across the 400 and 200 on the daily. That looks good as long as we stay above 188. You cannot break down from 188 because you're going to sell off massively. You can come back down to 179, 180. If that doesn't hold, then yeah, we're coming to the 66, 618 range at 171. You do have a gap to fill down here at 155, but we do get some selling pressure. We could fly all the way down to that gap. If this area holds right here, you want to see 190 break out cleanly first. You want to get above 190, 192, then get back to the highs of this area. You do have a nice bull flag forming right here. You got the flag pull right here, and you got the flag forming right there. So this is something that you want to look at, this wedge. If you do not break down below 179, 180, then you are good to go to the upside. So pay attention to that, and we will leave that drawn up right there. UNH, similar situation. Now, only thing that's different about UNH, we did close into the 9 EMA and this bull flag setup. We are under the 38% tracing level on the multi-year fizz, but we do have a hammer to the downside. It will be validated if we start selling under 380 tomorrow, okay? Good trade if you can get back up above 384 and then 386. You got to get it back above today's high. So tomorrow, you would need to get above previous day high at 386 and then start running up. If not, then you're just going to fall, and then you're going to hit the 400 EMA. The 21 EMA was about to break through here, but it seems like it's starting to slope. It seems like it's starting to curve. The 9 EMA is already doing that. You need some type of surprise or gap up tomorrow for UNH to start getting back on the bull. Right here, if you invalidate a bullish move, you're going to be super bearish. You can come back down to 372. That's a good area to buy calls. If 372 does not hold, then you could flush and drop all the way down to 200 EMA in this gap fill area. And if that isn't a pivot right here at 388, boom, you're coming down 325. You need to pay attention to these levels. The bullish and bearish support systems, well, support signals that you have set up, whether it's a bullish and bearish reversal pattern or a bullish and bearish candlestick pattern, you need to pay attention to that, because these are the money makers. These help you when it comes to trading the markets, and definitely use your Fibonacci retracements, because if you don't, you will get fried. Okay, pay attention to SPY right now, because it is showing a bullish recovery, all right, from the couple of days of selling off. Again, 733 should be the area that you're looking out for. And like I always say, whether the market's up or down, we see green. Peace.